Good morning, my dear students. Today we will discuss about the anatomy of the stomach. एग्ज़ाम में अगर स्टमक से रिलेटेड कोई भी क्वेश्चन आएगा, लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन या शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन भी आ सकते हैं. शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन किस टाइप से बनेंगे वो मैं आपको आगे वीडियो में बताऊंगा. क्या क्या शॉर्ट क्वेश्चन इससे बन सकते हैं. अगर लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आता है तो हमें कौन कौन सी हेडिंग को डिस्क्राइब करना है वो यहाँ पर मैं आपको मेंशन कर रहा हूँ. तो सबसे पहले वी विल डिस्क्राइब अबाउट द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द स्टमक. देन वी विल डिस्क्राइब अबाउट द लोकेशन ऑफ द स्टमक. आफ्टर दैट we will describe about the shape, size and the capacity of the stomach, then external features of the stomach. After this external feature we will describe about the parts of the stomach, then relations of the stomach. In the relations of the stomach we will describe about the visceral relations and the pleural relation, peritoneal relations separately. After that we will describe about the interior of the stomach, then blood supply of the stomach, lymphatic drainage of the stomach, nerve supply of the stomach, and finally we will discuss about the applied anatomy of the stomach. So let's start with the introduction of the stomach. So in the Greek, stomach is also known as the gaster. Gaster is the synonym of the stomach. The stomach is the widest and the most distensible part of the alimentary canal between the esophagus and the duodenum. Now we will draw the diagram of the alimentary tract. So this is esophagus. This is most distensible and widest part of the alimentary tract, which is known as stomach, and this one is duodenum. So this is esophagus, this one is stomach, and this one is duodenum. So stomach is the most distensible and widest part of the alimentary tract, present between the esophagus and the duodenum. Now we talk about the functions or importance of the stomach. So stomach mainly act as a reservoir of the food, which mix the food with the gastric secretion to form the semi-fluid substance called the chyme. It also secretes hydrochloric acid by the gastric gland, which destroy the bacteria present in the food and the drink. So this is all about the introduction of the stomach. Now we will discuss about the location of the stomach. Firstly, we will draw the diagram of the 9 regions of the abdomen. So, we will divide the abdomen into the 9 regions by the 4 imaginary plane. So these are the 4 imaginary plane. By these imaginary plane, the abdomen is divided into 9 regions. So this is right side of the abdomen and this one is left side of the abdomen. Regions of the abdomen, this one is left hypochondriac region, this one is left lumbar region, and this one is left iliac region. This one is right hypochondriac region, this one is right lumbar and right iliac region. Between them, this is epigastric region, this one is umbilical region, and this one is hypogastric region. Now we will draw the location of the stomach. So stomach is located somewhat like this in the abdominal cavity. So we can see stomach is located in the epigastric region. This is epigastric region. Left hypochondric region. And the umbilical region. So if we talk about the location of the stomach, so stomach is located in the epigastric, left hypochondric and the umbilical region of the abdomen. Now we will discuss about the shape of the stomach. If we talk about the shape of the stomach, so stomach is generally look like a J letter shape. This is the shape of it. It is J shape, somewhat J shape. Okay. Now we will discuss about the size and the capacity of the stomach. If we talk about the size, so lengthwise, the length of the stomach is about 10 inches long. So length of the stomach is about 10 inches long. Now we will discuss about the capacity of the stomach. Capacity of the stomach. If we talk about the capacity of the stomach, so it is variable as the stomach is highly distensible part of the alimentary tract. At the birth, the size or at the birth, the capacity of the stomach is about 30 ml or 1 ounce. And at the puberty, the capacity of the stomach is about 1000 ml or 1 liter. And in adult, the capacity is about 1000 to 1500 ml or 1000 to 2000 ml is capacity, or 1 to 2 liter capacity in adult. So if we talk about the capacity of the stomach, it is variable due to the distensible quality of the alimentary tract or stomach. At the birth, the capacity of the stomach is about 30 ml or 1 ounce. At the time of puberty, the capacity will increase up to the 1000 ml or 1 liter. In adult, the capacity increases up to the 1000 to 2000 ml or 1 liter to 2 liter capacity. So this is all about the location, shape, size and capacity of the stomach. So in this section we will discuss all about the stomach. Now we will discuss later about the external features of the stomach. In this section we will discuss about the external features of the stomach. इस डायग्राम में हम लोग एक्सटर्नल फीचर्स ऑफ द स्टमक को डिस्क्राइब करेंगे. So if we talk about the external features of the stomach, the stomach has two curvatures and two surfaces. Now in this diagram you can see that this upper end is known as cardiac end, and this lower end is known as pyloric end. The cardiac end communicates with the lower end of the esophagus. This is esophagus. So cardiac end communicate or join with the lower end of the esophagus, and the pyloric end join with the upper end or proximal end of the duodenum. So this one is duodenum and this one is the proximal part of the duodenum, which join with the pyloric end of the stomach. So if we talk about the end of the stomach, the stomach has two ends, cardiac end and the pyloric end. Now we will talk about the curvatures of the stomach. So stomach has two curvatures, one lesser curvature and this one is greater curvature. So this one is lesser curvature and this one is greater curvature. If we talk about the lesser curvature of the stomach, the lesser curvature of the stomach is somewhat concave and it forms the shorter border of the stomach, shorter right border of the stomach. So lesser curvature is concave and form the shorter right border of the stomach. And the most dependent part of the lesser curvature, this is the most dependent part of the lesser curvature, is known as the angular notch. Also known as incisura angularis. So most dependent part of the lesser curvature is known as angular notch or incisura angularis. Now greater curvature. Greater curvature is convex and it forms the longer left border of the stomach. So this is the longer left border which is convex, is known as the greater curvature. Now we will discuss about the surfaces of the stomach. So stomach has also two surfaces. This is anterior surface which faces forward and upward. So somewhat forward and upward, look like that, somewhat forward and upward. So this is anterior surface of the stomach. Now I will draw in the dotted manner. This is posterior surface. Of the stomach. So this is anterior surface and this one is posterior surface of the stomach. The posterior surface faces backward and downward. So this is all about the external features of the stomach. Now we will discuss about the parts of the stomach. In this section we will discuss about the parts of the stomach. So students, if we talk about the parts of the stomach, so stomach is divided into four parts: cardiac part, fundus part, body and the pyloric part. In this diagram we can see all these four parts. So this is cardiac part, this one is fundus, this one is body, and this one is pyloric part. So these are the four parts of the stomach. The cardiac part is located around the cardiac orifice. This is cardiac location of the cardiac orifice, and this location is known as the pyloric orifice. So cardiac part is located around the cardiac orifice. Now we will talk about the fundus. So fundus is upper dome shaped part of the stomach is known as the fundus. It is located left to the cardiac notch. This is cardiac notch. So this is cardiac notch. So fundus is located left to the cardiac notch, and superiorly it is extend up to the level of fifth intercostal space. Just below the nipple. Fundus is located superiorly up to the fifth intercostal space, just below the nipple. That's why the gastric pain sometimes imitates with the pain of angina. मतलब गैस्ट्रिक पेन कंफ्यूज करता है हम लोगों को एंजाइना पेन से. जब भी पेशेंट आएगा आपको मोस्ट ऑफ दी पेशेंट आके कंप्लेन करेंगे कि उनको लेफ़्ट साइड ऑफ द चेस्ट रीजन में पेन हो रहा है, और वो कंफ्यूज होते हैं कि उनको कार्डियक पेन एंजाइना का पेन हो रहा है. लेकिन व्हेन वी विल टेक द प्रॉपर हिस्ट्री ऑफ द पेशेंट, so we will find that that is not the pain of angina, that was the pain of gastric pain due to the gas. So this is all about the fundus of the stomach. Now body. The body is located between the fundus and pyloric part, and it is the most distensible part of the stomach. Now the pyloric. Now we will talk about the pyloric part. So pyloric part is funnel shaped outflow region of the stomach. When we draw an imaginary line from the angular notch, this is the angular notch, up to the greater curvature of the stomach, the body is separate from the pyloric part. And a sulcus, which is known as sulcus intermedius, this sulcus intermedius divide the pyloric part into pyloric antrum and the pyloric canal. The sulcus intermedius divide the pyloric part into the pyloric antrum and the pyloric canal. This part is known as pylorus present around the pyloric orifice. The meaning of pylorus in the Greek is known as gatekeeper. Gatekeeper. In this region, some circular muscle fibers are markedly present in this region, which control the discharge of the stomach content through the pyloric orifice. This pyloric orifice. Okay. So this is all about the parts of the stomach.